Welcome back, everyone. Say playing sports is all you've ever known, whether it's high school sports, college, or even pro. The transition to a post-sports era could be a little difficult.
Eric joins us to tell us about his new podcast called Now for Later, and it focuses on talking to accomplished athletes about what they've done after the sports career is over. Eric, I'm so glad that you're here to talk about this topic. First of all, let's talk about you and your basketball career and kind of where you're at now.
Yeah, thanks for having me, first of all. Super excited to be here. So I played basketball at BYU for a couple years. When I finished there, I played professionally. It's been 6 years now since my wife and I left BYU. We played in Europe, in Asia, in the NBA, in the NBA G League, where we were most recently this last year in Henderson, Nevada. So we've been kind of all over the place, but loving it.
And you were just here at the G League All-Stars
Yes.
in Salt Lake City. So you found a niche. Why did you decide to do a podcast of people transitioning outside of sports?
Yeah, it kind of happened organically. The G League is really short compared to other seasons. Like when I've gone overseas, you can be there for 9 to 10 months, right? The G League is 6 months, maybe 7 max, right? So the season was short. I was home a lot earlier than I normally was. And in January, I was actually challenged by another former athlete, an NFL player who played a long time, was a very good player. He came to one of my games and he said, "Hey, what are you doing about what's next, right? Because you're one injury away, you're one, not getting the contract, you're one something happening at home, like you're one thing away from maybe not playing. So what are you doing about it?" And the truth was I wasn't doing anything. But he sort of inspired me, challenged me to start doing something else. And with the short season, that allowed me to come home and start using the connections I had from college and from playing professionally, friends and family, like just using my network, figuring out, okay, what can I start doing to look to the future? I got an internship with a venture capitalist firm in Cottonwood called Pelion Ventures, which was amazing. I did that for about 10 weeks. And after 1 week, I was like, why didn't I do this 10 years ago, right? Like, why wasn't I thinking about this in high school and in college and earlier in my professional career? Like, why wasn't I setting myself up now for later, right? That's where the name of the podcast came. So when I decided to do a podcast with my team, my producers asked me to do this to help grow their podcast platform. I was like, why not talk about where I am right now in my professional career, what I'm looking forward to for afterwards, and help the next generation of athletes do the same thing, right? Like start thinking about it now so that when that time comes, whether it is you're done in high school or you're done in college abruptly, like it sounds like what happened to your husband, right, because of COVID, it's going to happen, so why not be ready for it?
This conversation hits home. Like I said, my husband played college basketball and also a little bit as well in the G League. And then I was a college cheerleader as well. And it's hard because, you don't think about someday that
Right.
sport ending that you have dedicated so many years of your life to. And that's the big question. What is next? And so I love that you're focusing on preparing athletes before the end for what's to come.
Yeah. No, what's been really cool, we've done about 13 episodes. Our season 1, we're calling it, will be about 25, and we're hoping to have that done by the end of the summer. But what you find talking to all these high level and mid-level, even low level, like people that, I say low level, but people that finish in high school, right? They all found something outside of sports, and that's been a recurring theme, is like to go all in on the sport, right? Do everything you can to be the very best, version of yourself on the court, on the field, whatever it is. But also just be a good human and find other things that you're into and find other interests, hobbies, whatever it is. Like start doing other things early so that when you're done, you're not tied to this identity and this value and this feeling of self-worth isn't just in one thing that you've put all your eggs in, right? You have other parts to your life, and so when it ends, you don't feel like so much of you is gone.
Well, Eric, that's such a great message because we have to remember and remind folks when you're an athlete, you may make millions, you may,
Right.
but that could be a
probably
year.
not. Yeah.
Right? A year, and then what? I mean, I can't even tell you how many pros are now car salesmen or real estate folks, and maybe is that really what they want to do?
Yeah.
And their identity is wiped out because they didn't think about what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Is that what you're finding in your podcast?
That is, and honestly, on like a very base level, it's helping me figure out what I want to do, right? I mentioned I didn't do this 10 years ago. It's better that I'm starting it now than wait another 10 years. But in these conversations I'm having, I've already been inspired to be a better athlete, but also a better person and a more prepared person for what comes next. And like you said, a lot of these athletes, they sort of backslide into things. Not that there's anything wrong with being a coach or being a salesman. Like, those are great things to do. But what I want is that you've explored other options, that you've actually figured out what you're really good at and what the next, for me, basketball is. Like, what is the next thing that you don't mind making sacrifices and putting it all
beyond that talent and beyond that basketball.
Exactly.
There's something else out there for you. You're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
Yep.
Now for Later podcast. Go check Eric out because he's got a wealth of knowledge and he's self-discovering too. So
A wealth of knowledge.
Such an important conversation. Thank you, Eric.
Appreciate you.